Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, my lovely friends. How is everyone doing today? I've got my best friend and partner in crime, Andrew POV, with me here. Hi, Andrew.
Hello. Hello.
Y'all, we are going to get into this mess that is the Nigerian caca show.
Oh, yes. No. Actually, you know what? We have to call it the new royal audition because that's what they were doing. They were trying to audition to come back to the royal family.
You know how funny that is to me that they're trying to come back into the royal family after they went on to Oprah and said how horrible they are and how racist they are. And now they're trying to be their own royal family, but they really look like a couple of drug-addled weirdos.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, Andrew. Like, what an absolute mess, eh?
Well, what else would we expect from them for that? But when you look at, what hit me the hardest was all those people looked really happy to see them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I think it's something to do with, they're the rich ones in Nigeria, and
Hmm.
they're the people that have money.
Yeah.
So since they don't have to worry about eating or worry about like being broke the way the rest of the country does, well, of
Hmm.
course they want these two morons to come so they can get all dressed up like the rich people do.
Yeah, you're completely right. You notice how they didn't go to any of the actual rural parts of Africa to show what most of the people are living and how they are living. Like,
No, that's
no,
beneath them.
pardon?
That's beneath them.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Meghan Markle has already done that when she went to Rwanda and she had that photo shoot in the village there. So she doesn't want to go around those kinds of folks anymore. And you notice that she was more what is it? She was wearing her jewelry this time, right? Because she knew she was going to be in a protected area.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. They didn't have to worry about being around real people, just,
Mhm.
the people that were there. And basically, if you look at all the people that were, welcoming them and doing all that, they were welcomed as if they were royal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it felt.
They were playing royals. They
Mhm.
were acting out like royals. And it
Absolutely.
just it was just the glaring difference between how professional and how I mean, how fluidly the royal family moves while they're at these engagements. And then you have Harry and Meghan.
Ugh. But do you think that this was like some kind of audition to tell the royal family, hey, look at us, we can still do this?
This I think they were trying to spin it as, yeah, as you're saying, like, "Oh, we can do this. We're good members. We have like we have the fan base and things like that." But then when you look at them, you're like, "Well, how do we trust two snakes that have already plunged the knife so far into our backs multiple times and have no problem still doing it to this day?" How do you like it? I almost wonder, like, the people that are cheering for Harry and Meghan, like, what kind of people are you to be cheering on these two that don't even recognize their living family members?
Yeah, and then Harry saying that the people in Nigeria are now his in-laws. You
Yeah,
have in-laws, man.
yeah, you have family.
You have
You know how
family.
stupid that sounds? It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. And that's why you can see this where when he says something like that to people that are, not even close because we know Mega's not actually Nigerian, to people
mhm,
that are not actually his in-laws, he says something like that with what he has going on in his life that he's from what I understand, right? He's never even seen his father-in-law. He's
yeah,
never he's never even seen, his brother-in-law as well, Thomas Markle Sr. or Jr.
mhm.
So for him to say something like that to people that aren't even related to him, that aren't even, well, I guess they're supposed to be related now because of Meghan, but to say that to people and then look at everything you have, he's full of shit, full of
He
stuff. Sorry.
sounds He sounds like a pathetic little leech. Like, you're a prince, you're a blood royal, and now you're degrading yourself by calling other people your in-laws because what? You want money from them? You're looking for a handout from them? Like, he's like a mega leech now.
For attention, yeah.
Right? What are you trying to read here?
Yeah, like I'm trying to look at I haven't seen that photo yet.
Oh, this is from Harper's Bazaar. This was on the last day. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. This was on the last day when they visited a polo charity cup. Like, listen to that. A polo charity cup in Nigeria. Like, they were in the wealthier area of
Yeah,
town, right?
yeah. That's so ridiculous.
This is not the reality of most Nigerians.
But you know what I love with these kind of photos is I love looking at the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the people around them,
Yeah.
there was quite a few times that I saw in photos where some of the people around them were looking at them and they were like, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, look at this.
Well, there's Masan. Is that guy even taking pictures? The rich bitch Masan Harriman, excuse me, the rich guy Masan Harriman. Is he even taking pictures, or is
He's only
he? Is
taking pictures of the back of Meghan's head, apparently,
yeah?
because he's always in the background of every single like shot with his little Leica camera.
But it looks, because I've seen that. I've seen him in the background of shots. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he's a character in a show or something.
I
Like,
think he's thirsty for attention. Because you know why, Andrew? And I said this on Twitter. I said, any professional photographer, if you've
gets
ever
out of the
worked,
way.
they are never seen in the background.
Yeah, I saw you say that.
They are not the topic of they're not the topic of attention. Whereas Misan, you see his big egghead in every single photo in the background, and he looks like a freaking creep in some of the photos.
Yeah.
He looks like a creepy stalker. And to me, I feel like he's just thirsty for attention. He wanted to be seen and recognized. Oh, look at me. I'm taking pictures of Meghan Markle. It's all
Like
for attention.
he looked like a character to me because when you think about it, this is all a Netflix movie, right? Or Netflix
Yeah.
show. And I think I saw a shot that something looked like Meghan was wired.
Yeah.
Did they have their Netflix cameras with them?
Yes, they did. Well,
See,
I don't think it was Here's the thing, Andrew. I don't think it's actually Netflix that has anything to do with them. I think it's a production company that they have working for them independently, following them around, taking these shots, and they're going to sell it to Netflix or hand it over to Netflix. I don't think Netflix is paying because I don't see actual Netflix cameramen around there. They
yeah,
all look like independent cameramen. Netflix camera guys, you can usually tell that
yeah.
it's from Netflix.
And that's ultimately what they're doing. But I think this is hilarious because, like I was saying with him, with Masan, it looks like you're watching a movie and he's one of the characters in the
Yeah.
movie. He's not actually a photographer. We're not going to see these photos. It looks like he's just playing a part.
Let
And
me show you this one because this is what I had put up. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you
no,
here.
okay.
So many people got mad. Like right here, I said he was a mediocre photographer. Look, there's Misan.
Oh, there she is again with no bra.
Yeah, no bra, no tape, nothing.
See, and that's one of the things that irritated me is that you want to call yourself a role model during a speech and you're going to a country that is very conservative. I mean, there are Christians and Muslims over there and they're very religious people. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see your little flat chest, ma'am.
You would think she would. I mean, she claims to have double majored and studied in international studies. You would think she would have an idea, right? I mean, pick up your phone and look at Google for a second. And it took me all of a 2-second Google search to find out that Nigeria is a predominantly Muslim country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't play that over there.
Yeah, they don't. And you were up in the north. And if you're seeing all these ladies covered up, why wouldn't you follow suit and cover up also? It was just, I mean, in my opinion, when people like in foreign countries think of like Americans and they think of like the American stereotype, when an American comes and visits our country, they don't care about our culture, but they want to force their culture and their beliefs on us.
Yeah.
And it's like Meghan Markle is playing into the stupid American stereotype that they are ignorant jackasses that go anywhere and like behave how they want. It reminds me of a video that I saw of two American women. It was like a mother and daughter, and the daughter was wearing very skimpy clothing, and they were in the mosque in the Middle East to go visit the Al Zayed Mosque in Dubai.
And
And
nothing happened to them?
they got kicked out. They
Yeah.
got
Oh, okay.
out. Yeah, they got kicked out. But and then the woman had the audacity to make a video complaining about the rules in Dubai and how they were treated. And people were like, you were going to a mosque. You should at least respect the country that you are visiting.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is she doesn't have respect for them because it's not about them. It's about her. And when you have still, I think it's interesting because something like that, dressing in that way, look, the same thing. She's got no back. I think there was only like a thin piece of fabric on her back, but her shoulders were exposed. She was around children as well. Can you put up that photo of the little kid?
Yes, we'll pull that
up. Her shoulders were exposed as well. I think you're looking at this, and how can people still not say, especially her fans, they're willfully ignorant to this. How can they still not say, oh, she's disrespecting these people? I don't understand. And then I love the little girl's face. Look at the little girl's face. It is so perfect.
Not into it, man.
Yeah, either she's not into it or she doesn't even know who she is. Or because you know that Meghan Markle hugs people when they don't want to be hugged. We've seen that multiple times.
Yeah.
Right. So this woman was probably, she was probably talking to her. And then the little girl's like, okay, well, I don't even know who you are. Why are you speaking to me? And then she goes in for a hug. And the girl's like, what are you doing?
Now, this is what always makes me question if there even are kids around them. Because as parents, like you have a young child, I think we both have a child who's around the same age, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't be draping ourselves over random children like that. Like we know as parents, you don't invade the space of a child you don't know.
But that's just for a photo. She did that. That's what I'm saying, right?
Ugh.
Like she does those things for, like, you remember that time in Vancouver when Harry was literally holding that guy's hand and then she went in for a hug?
Yes.
And it looked like she was going to kiss him or something, but the guy literally had Harry's hand in his hand. So you could see it that she does that. She does these hugging things for photos, and it's so cringy.
Yeah, you would think she would have learned by now. And
did you see all the fake laughing that she was doing?
Of course. She was almost
holding
like
the microphone.
maniacal. She was crazy. You saw, did you see the post that I put up earlier before I came on to here? Hold on. There's a couple things that I've pulled up here that we should talk. So Meghan Markle says, I love being a mum. She says that her dream of becoming a parent has been fulfilled, and she opened up about her very chatty and sweet children. Now, how would she know about her children when she's never even around them?
Did she say mom, like UK mom?
Yeah, mom, like UK mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yes, darling.
Now, that I think it's interesting. You can't miss Mother's Day if you don't have kids. So,
well, this is what I've always pointed out. What I've always pointed out is that Harry and Meghan, despite them claiming that they love their children and they love being parents, have literally never spent a Mother's Day, Father's Day. We've never seen any posts about that from them ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Never. In all the years, you can't point back to one single one.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I mean, look at this. This, I think, okay, this is just my opinion, but I think she was stoned out of her tree here, because look with these children. I mean, she's so awkward and uncomfortable around those with disabilities. Let's just watch this video.
Right there, photo. Right when she bent down. Look at the flat. Watch, play it, and look at as soon as she goes down, that was the only reason she did it. You can see the flash.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that at first.
Flash right there. What a tool bag, I
What
swear.
a wanker. Like, that's all these children are. They're just props to her. They're just props to her and her BS. What a skank bag.
And what more did you see from Invictus Games? Because the only thing that I saw in Invictus Games was like a little logo on a backdrop that they had. That was literally the only thing I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw any kind of logos or merch or anything.
Nothing. Well, Meghan didn't even wear Invictus merch. She never does anymore. She was wearing her itty bitty titty showing dress instead and thought that was more appropriate.
And then she finally covered up on that third day.
On the very last day. But she was cosplaying Diana. So who knows? Maybe she gave Harry some good drugs that night. Andrew, I wanted to ask your opinion on this because this really pissed me off. I want to know what you thought about this. Was this a fake setup or what?
That one looks very fake. That one right there.
Unmade beds.
That one looks extremely staged.
Completely, right?
There is other ones where I saw that there was one dude missing his leg, and then there was another dude that had an what do you call it?
Amputated leg, where he asked
an amputated leg, and then Harry told him to name it.
Yeah. Like, look.
Stupid.
This is so fake to me. Like, they just set this up so Harry could have like a Diana moment so that they could connect him to his dead mother. This is all he has. I mean, there was another photo that I had, but I can't find it right now. And you see one of them had their crutches up against the wall. But if you look at the crutches, they're brand new, like never been used.
Yeah, because what are the other dudes? Are they supposed to be paralyzed?
They're supposed to be Nigerian war veterans.
But they don't even look hurt. Like, they don't look wounded.
They're not.
Right?
Karen Robinson says the little girl that Meghan was posing with, her name is Royalty, and that's why she was in the photo. That's her opinion. But I thought that the little girl was also, she was a child of one of the people who are on the Invictus team, or like one of the directors or one of the coaches, something like that, to do with the Nigerian Invictus team.
Yeah.
But what I want to find out, though, is why Nigeria all of a sudden? Because Nigeria it's their very first year. Look, Ella is saying which war? Exactly. Even Nigerians were asking that too in the comments. But I want to know, like, okay, this is the first year Nigerians have ever sent people to the Invictus Games, and now all of a sudden you want to take the games there when they only have 11 participants competing.
I didn't even hear about them talking about that. Was there even any talks about that, or did they have any conversations about
It just came out of the blue.
Right? Like, when they were actually over there, I didn't see any reports of them talking to anybody and talking about the host country.
Well, I think they do a lot of things behind closed doors too, right? Because I had done in my previous live, I had shown an article where Harry actually sat down with the Veterans Affairs Minister of Korea and spoke with him about hosting the games in South Korea in 2026. But we didn't know anything about that, right? He did that when he was in Dusseldorf.
Well, the reason I say that is because the whole thing seemed to be about the fake royal image.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear anything about the possibility of talking about Invictus. I didn't hear anything about them speaking with people about Invictus. So when you had them taking photos with these people that were wounded, I mean, it's just photo ops. It's not actually anything related to Invictus. That's how it felt.
Mm-hmm. Nothing. In my opinion, I feel like Invictus has turned into their own personal piggy bank where every 2 years they're going to go to another host claiming that it's for Invictus and milk that country and their taxpayers of millions of dollars. And we're not getting any answers of where this money is going to. That's,
Exactly.
that's how they are taking care of themselves and how they're keeping themselves afloat. Because really, like, what else are they doing? Every 2 years, they're hosting an Invictus Games, and we are not even seeing the results of the previous games in the countries that were hosted.
And also, I was going to ask you, because you're a woman, do women normally wear pregnancy clothes? Like
when they're pregnant?
when they're not pregnant?
No.
Because isn't that her pregnancy dress? Like that's
Yeah.
the one she wore while she was pregnant. I thought that wasn't. I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Yeah,
why
she wore that.
it was so weird to me. Why was she wearing a pregnancy dress when you're not pregnant?
Well, I also feel like with the dress there, it's a $3,500 Carolina Herrera dress. So I feel like she wore it because it's an expensive dress too.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. I mean, we all know she
So that it's
wasn't
technically
pregnant.
not a pregnancy
I don't
dress.
think it was a pregnancy dress. I think it's like it's just like a regular
Just a
dress, but she
dress, yeah.
used it as a pregnancy dress.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she wasn't actually pregnant, so.
No, she just needed something flowy with a bit of space to stick a prosthetic under there, right?
Oh yeah.
And that worked perfectly.
I don't know if we can even say that.
Say it what?
Moon bump.
Moon bumps.
I don't know if we can even use those words.
I always say it and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's just a maxi dress. Yeah. I mean, she looked stupid walking around in all these outfits, basically over $150,000 worth of outfits and jewelry and clothing in a poor country. I mean, look at Harry. This is not a happy man. He looks like he's dressed up like a grade 12 school teacher. He's going to teach like social education or something like that. Really? Like, look at him. He looks like he's about to go to class. He hates his class he's teaching because they're full of assholes who make fun of him. He just wants the period to be over. The kids probably throw spitballs into the back of his head when he's not looking.
One of those teachers, they pick on him. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes home and cries into his bottle at nighttime.
Oh my gosh. And did you see the report about that Judy James character, the body language woman? She said that he was holding her hand and he didn't want to let go like a child.
More like she was holding his hand because she was so afraid being around all those dark-skinned people.
They both kind of seem awkward about that, no? They
were so uncomfortable. I mean, here, I have the perfect clip here. Like when Meghan and Harry, I think this was on their last day or something, and Harry goes to shake hands with someone and Meghan just doesn't know what to do with herself. Like she just looks so awkward. Let me grab the video here.
I think both of them are afraid of black people.
I think they're both racist. Mm-hmm. They're both complete. Oh, look, there's Mison's big ass egghead constantly in view.
See, he doesn't even look like a photographer. He's just playing a character.
Yeah, he looks like he's just playing a photographer. He's a fraud, just like them. But here, watch her hands. So awkward.
Yeah.
So awkward. Like.
Oh, that's so bad. And that's one of those things. This is a very simple one, right? Imagine if that we just saw, if Catherine did that. Just imagine with a black.
She'd be getting ripped to shreds.
Yeah, exactly.
I
say that every time.
Yeah, I do. You're completely right. I've said it to the point where I feel like I'm getting blue in the face. But seriously, like is this just me, or I can see Meghan Markle's nipples through her dress? Can you see that?
Is that what that was? Is that I thought that.
Can you see that, or is this just my screen? Those are her nipples, right? So, like, can someone please tell this girl about some pasties or something so she can keep her big, long nipples hidden from public view? This girl's constantly got her nipples hanging out in public. I don't want to
all areola.
Areola. She's one of those girls that's got one of those like big 3-inch long nipples.
I've had those before.
They're like milk udders.
And you're like, I've had that before.
I bet you that's what Harry sucks on while he calls her mummy.
Oh. While she's wearing Diana's perfume.
Yeah, y'all better hit the like button while you're here, because apparently you guys are loving this. There's over 2,000 of you here watching, so hit the like button. And make sure you follow Andrew on his channel. I've linked it all below in the description box. I've also linked his Substack. You guys should definitely go and join that, because the articles he writes are so funny. I nearly wet myself every time I read them.
Thanks so much. Yeah, and I was gonna write that report about her dressing like Diana again. Did you see that one? You posted it, right? I thought you did.
I think I posted it. I'll pull it up here. So
yeah, where Diana is wearing like what is it? It looks like an Easter kind of thing, purple, green, and white.
Oh, you're talking about that one? I thought you were discussing this one.
This one right here.
Oh, that one?
And then Meghan. And then Meghan is wearing the
thing to the polo tournament.
Yeah, the one to the polo tournament.
Yeah, I didn't put those two together yet, but I mean, come on. It wasn't hard to predict. I said it about a week before they were going on their trip. Like, let's see how many of Diana's outfits she copies. I mean, even Ray Charles could have predicted this.
And you can't blame it on a royal stylist anymore. Because remember, that was the defense they used to have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's just because the people in the royal family were dressed like that. No.
How creepy is this? How, like, right down to the ugly shoes. She even had to find the same shoes.
Oh, wow. Where's that? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I picked that up today. So they didn't share this to the media for some reason. And this post was on this gentleman's Instagram page, but his picture was private. So someone else had shared it. Oh, it was shared to what Meghan wore, because she's been merching all the clothes on this trip. Every single bit of clothing has been merched. And let me just mention something, because Remy, Remoulade Sauce, they do all of like Meghan's fashions and all this fashions for the royal family. Great account to follow. Yeah, but that first dress that Meghan was wearing, that Tropicana style dress, it was it that dress or another? I think it was the other dress. I'm not sure. But one of the dresses she was wearing wasn't manufactured. It was discontinued in 2018. But when Meghan wore it, they brought it back to the website, only available on pre-order, and also they jacked the price. So the original price was $655, and then they jacked it up to $1,333. And then the squatties were saying it was all sold out because you couldn't get any of the sizes, but it was already sold out. It was one of the Heidi Merrick dresses she was wearing. I should make a video about it later, because I think she like had a deal set up with this woman from California to wear her outfits out there, thinking that it's going to sell. People in Nigeria.
Does she fly them, or do they fly themselves?
What do you mean?
The Sussex squad, because I saw them. They were there, and it was that little video where she was like being surrounded. Remember? I don't know if you remember that video where they were all there with her. And then if you go and look, it's literally the people from the Sussex squad, the same ones, the same exact people.
Here, I can pull up that video for us here because I have it.
Because I did a report on that, and it's literally the two women are the same two women that were next to Harry on one photo. And
if you actually if you actually look it up, one of the Sussex squaddies has actually been to every single one of their engagements, like from the Netherlands to Dusseldorf. Like, she's always at every single one of their events.
So that's what I'm saying. She's flying them, or they go?
I don't know. I think they raise, personally myself, I think they raise the money between themselves. right? And then I
And
think
imagine if we did
they
that. Imagine if we raised money to go see them. They'd be like, "Oh, there's a threat."
well, don't you remember we were gonna go to what was
Austin.
it?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
to
go to
the South
Austin.
by Southwest. We were
Yeah,
gonna
I was
go
gonna
there.
go, but I
You and
decided
I
against
pop
that.
up together, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're stalkers, we're creepers. You can't even go to Montecito without being called a stalker, even though Joe Diva went there and posted photos from like the same beach they were at and things like that, right?
Yeah,
Here's the
it's 'cause
video you were talking about. I will show it right
those
now.
are their stalkers.
Oh, they're crazy. They are
I
wild.
think there's I think you have to have a special like
Sorry.
the I believe it's that woman in the
This,
thing on the yellow. You see that the
it's,
yellow
yeah,
thing on her head?
this one.
That woman, yeah, that
That's
one, and
peace.
then one of the other ones.
This one.
Yeah, I think so.
This
One
one.
of the
Yeah.
other ones, but both of those ladies are in a photo with Harry, and they're
I have
wearing
that
completely
photo too.
different clothes.
Yeah, that was at the Invictus Games in at The Hague that they
Yeah.
posed with him. Yeah, we
And
have that
but
photo.
the reason I say that is because this video was portrayed as if she has fans in Nigeria, and she
Mhm.
doesn't.
No.
These are her Sussex squad, so it's just the people online following her around.
You know what's crazy is that this event was a private event. So
Yeah,
there
and
were
look, you can
only
even see
like
it's caged in.
yeah, it's caged in. And you know what's crazy? Meghan needs to stay away from all the poor Nigerians, right? But no one's picking up on that it was caged
Mhm.
in and only their Sussex squaddies were welcome here. But I didn't catch the footage later where her chubby bodyguard is shoving one of the Sussex squaddies. Did you catch that one by chance?
No. Uh-uh.
Okay, if I find that one, I'll send it to you. But look at this. The behavior of Meghan Markle. This is like I can't understand a 58-year-old woman behaving like the mentality of a 10-year-old. But here you go.
See? Yeah, look at her face. She's so happy. See? That's what she went for.
Yeah.
That's what she went for.
But does this not destroy Harry's security case?
Yes and no. I would say yes because it's I obviously his case got destroyed with that little fake walkabout he did after the Invictus event over there in the
Yeah.
UK. Okay, that was number one. But this one, you can see the part that's so sad and so pathetic. You can see that it's caged in, and it's a like you said, it's a private event. So
Yeah.
those two things, in and of themselves, these people have to have their own little fans around them to look popular. That's what
Mhm.
they had to do.
And it's only like 10 of them.
Did you see the one where she said hello to fans through a fence?
I didn't see that one. Did she?
Yeah, she
I
said
think
hello to fans through a fence. I don't know. How do I send that to you?
send it through WhatsApp to me.
Okay. Um and you remember who got criticized for that?
Oh, definitely. I definitely
Yeah.
remember.
I
Marie
did
says
a whole report on that one. Here it is.
we should highlight the fact that this was a fenced-in engagement to keep Meghan Markle away from the poors. But Marie says that she exposed her breasts walking into the polo match while waving to her fans. It's having to be blurred out. Sidley twins saw it first. Oh yeah, when she was walking into the polo match because there was no tape and the wind was going and it was loose, the top, you can see her itty bitty titty. Thank you,
She's
Marie,
got
for that.
she's got bites. Those are knee bites.
I call
Gnat
them
bites.
bee stingers. Bee stingers.
Yeah, bee stingers. That's what they're called. Not
Little
even egg.
frozen grapes. Little frozen grapes.
I just sent it to the WhatsApp.
Did you? Okay, let me see
Yeah.
if I can get it up here.
And I did a whole report on this one because we remember what all those a-holes said about Princess Catherine saying hi to people through a fence. And they made all kinds of racist claims about that because the black kids were behind the fence. Princess Catherine was on the other side. She was touching hands with them.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this one. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah. You know what? That entire faux visit, whatever the hell you want to call it. Complete disaster. Complete
Yeah.
disaster. It
Yeah.
just shows over and over again how, I mean,
Pathetic to
how
me.
yeah, pathetic and
It's pathetic to
uncomfortable.
me. It is. And it's pathetic because you have two people that just months ago, you're talking about, when was that Endgame book released? In November, October,
Yeah, not too
right?
long ago. Not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Just months ago they were calling these people the royal racists. See, there it is right there.
Yeah.
And they allowed, like, and why do you think that shot hasn't made it to the mainstream? Because
Mhm.
then they'll have to call out her for seeing fans through a fence, just the
Yeah.
same way they did Catherine, and they're not going to do it.
You have the stills here. I got the actual video of this.
Oh,
Because,
really?
yeah, I'll send it to you later. I have it saved on my device. But yeah, I have the actual video, and the woman is like screeching like a banshee, like, you, Megan, Megan, and she's like, oh, hi. And it's just like, God, get a grip of yourself. Like, you are excited over a woman that is a complete fraud. Now, the thing that annoys me is that no one is calling her out on her fake Nigerian BS. And anytime I have brought it up on X or something, you know how many times I've been called a racist so far because of it? I mean,
From
I'll
who?
bring up,
From
yeah,
the
here.
same people?
Yes, definitely the same people,
It's
of
always the
course.
same people.
It's
Always.
always the same people. Here, let me pull it up because I asked GB News, I said, why is no one questioning or demanding to see her genealogy test? Here, let me pull it up here. I said, why is nobody demanding to see Meghan Markle's genealogy test? Does it even exist? Because let's be honest, if Meghan Markle actually had done the genealogy test and she had the physical piece of paper that proves that she is, first of all, I got to shout out to Leilani of Barbados, because I've been saying all the time, your genealogy test would not say 43% Nigerian. It would break it down to like what tribe you're from, like if you're Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, something else. And Leilani, she confirmed that in her recent video that that is how it would show up in a test, had you done a genetic test.
Yeah.
But it would show
That
up
photo, though, that photo right there on the bottom,
yeah,
that thing needs to get big. No, not
yeah,
here, but I'm saying in general, that needs to blow up, because that's the lineage right there of her
yeah.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's right
Yeah,
there. You can see it, and I don't understand. It's either like, you know what a conspiracy is, where
of
a
course.
large group of people conspire so that way,
Yeah.
they're going towards their goal. It's a conspiracy. Nobody's going to call it out because I don't
Yeah.
know why. Maybe they're just all in on it.
I actually I have what is it? Let me find it. I have a website that I archived from a long, long time ago, like back in 2018 when they first started dating. And I actually have a copy of the certificate of death of what is his name here? Jerry M. Ragland, who if you go far back, he passed away in October of 1844.
Uh-huh.
He was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he passed away in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have a physical copy, like of his certificate of death. Like their family line goes all the way back to Tennessee and Georgia. And if you do go further back, you get Ghana. You don't get Nigeria ever. So,
Well, Ghana's probably not as profitable.
well, of course it's not. It's probably not as great.
I mean,
But
they're all shitholes, but
can't say that.
No,
Can't
I
say
mean,
that.
the reason it infuriates me so much is because you have exploitation of countries over there. All right, the people are poor. That's what
Yeah.
it is. They're very, very poor over there. So to portray this as two rich people, which they are, two rich
Mhm.
people coming along and showing their privilege. That's what they were
Yeah.
doing.
That's exactly what they were doing. That's exactly, and they were, and the, I mean, you were invited to the country, and this is how you show up. I
But then
mean,
what were all the defenses? You saw all the defenses online. Well, she's just trying to look good. She's just trying to feel good about herself. What do you mean? She's in a culture where that's not allowed. What the hell are you
she's at a
talking about?
school. She's at a religious school with young children, and this is what she finds appropriate to wear. I said it. I said this entire fake Nigerian tour that they went on just shows how much they miss the royal life, and that Meghan has never wanted to follow any country's rules, and that Meghan just wants to do what Meghan wants to do, and that's to dress like a $2 hooker at the end of the
Yeah,
day. She thinks this is
absolutely.
sexy. She needs validation from men. Because when you go into a country, you're dressed like this where they're mostly religious, you're looking like a $2 escort and not a good one.
I think that's what she's going for, though. It's all on purpose to me. It's disrespect to the culture. It's disrespect to the people, and it's on purpose, in my opinion. And it's not something to where the people that have defended her, I've seen online, I've seen people say, well, she doesn't know, she's not from there. Really? She's not from there? She should know where she's going. She should know where she's visiting.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. You can literally see. I saw one photo of that in her in that dress. You can literally see her whole chest practically.
Yeah, when she was sitting down at the tournament, at the volleyball
you can literally
tournament.
see her entire chest, and it's so ridiculous.
Now, this would have been the perfect time for her to wear Invictus gear, since they were going to an Invictus event, or claiming it was an Invictus event, but it really wasn't.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely
BS,
not.
just to make it seem like it was.
Is that what is he wearing? Is that Invictus
He
gear that
is.
he's wearing?
Yeah,
Oh,
he is
wow,
for once.
finally.
Yeah, for
Jeez.
once, despite not wearing it at all, like during the actual events. I mean, I remember when they were in Vancouver, Harry wore Eddie Bauer the whole time.
Yeah, I remember that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is so disrespectful.
And we just had I broke that story earlier, or did you see the story about the what is it, the
Archwell?
charity, the Archwell charity?
Yes, I saw that. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
It just hit page 6 of all things.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it hit page 6 of all things. The
did not see
foundation can't raise money after California AG finds charity is delinquent. Jeez. And the problem that I have is, like, you're rich, you're supposed to have people for that. Like, it's not like we're expecting Harry and Meghan to do this themselves. I mean, even though they probably couldn't.
Well, they really should do an audit on those 13 different Delaware accounts that they have set up. Right?
If that doesn't, that's a red flag on its own.
I mean, these two are complete idiots who don't know how to do things quietly, and they ruin it for everyone else at the same time. I mean, there are people that have been doing this kind of shady stuff for years. And then Harry and Meghan come into the game and they expose everyone's shady business because they don't know how to do it properly. I don't know.
What? Yeah, so because you're supposed to have attorneys, though. That's what trips me out, though. It's almost like they're not even good rich people either. They're not good at being rich either.
They're not. They have no idea how to spend money. I mean, look at this. Looking like a used condom.
Isn't that the same one that's another dress that Diana wore?
Yeah, it was another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dress. Yeah, there was another one. Slow down the chat, please. Oh, okay. Sorry,
and
guys.
It's all wrinkled. It's all wrinkled.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't, the thing is that it's too big for her because it's all crumpled at the waist. See, Meghan Markle she in her head thinks that she is statuesque, like 5'9", when in reality she's 5'3" and she needs to dress for her 5'3" size. That's why
she's 5'3". That's so
short.
Good.
She's very short, even though she says that she's 5'7", 5'9".
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm trying to find that there was a statement by someone in Nigeria. I forgot the name of it, but he said that they left Nigerians feeling betrayed and by the government.
Oh,
And
I
now,
saw
yeah, now we're going to have other people from Nigeria, real ones, not just the elites. We're going to have real people coming out and talking the truth. That's what it's going to be. So yeah, here it is. The visit has left Nigerians feeling betrayed. The guy's name is the Secretary General of the National Youth Alliance, Tanya Inaribo. He claimed
that.
their visit made the public feel betrayed by the government as Nigeria is faced with socioeconomic challenges because everyone's poor. But then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, when these two morons show up, oh well, we'll just bust out everything. Imagine how much money they spent on all of that.
Oh, it was probably nuts because Harry's own security guy was there. So they were probably just milking it for all that it's worth.
Yeah, Sanchez was there.
I heard that that Harry and Meghan were paid $1 million each by the government for this to show up.
Yeah,
For
corruption,
their
man.
appearance.
Corruption.
I mean, that's money like the guy, like you said, and that other Nigerians have said. Most people have gone to sleep hungry at nighttime. They have nothing to eat. I mean, I don't want to take it this way, but they didn't show the reality of Nigerians with the babies with the extended stomachs because of hunger and things like that, remember?
Yeah.
Like that's what 68% of Nigerians' realities are. Oh, we've got sugars in here. We got sugars in the chat, baby. I love that.
F them.
Who cares? You guys, my moderators, don't mind the sugars in the chat. I love the sugars coming into the chat because it boosts our engagement and it further sends our video out into the algorithm and it gets to reach farther people and their screens. So no problems, you guys. Don't worry. Unless if they start getting super like racist and rude, then you can kick them out. But besides that, leave them in. Because I love when they're freaking out in here. I absolutely love. Yeah, Katie Artist says we're letting them scream into the void, and that's what we always do. We let them
What are they
scream out into
saying?
the void.
Jeez.
Hmm?
Stupid idiots.
I know. I love them coming in here because it just ups the view count. That's it. They don't get it. And they add a little bit of entertainment. Elaine says Nigerians are pissed and the UK citizens are pissed. She says, I think both countries are involved in this visit. What do you think?
Which ones? Which two countries?
Do you think she thinks that the UK is involved in this visit?
Oh, well. I think Paula would be good for that answer. She would be good for that answer.
Well, we're
Do
gonna
I
have to
think
ask
the
her on
UK is
Wednesday.
involved? That's tough. I mean, I don't think so. I would have to say negatory on that one to me,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I feel like this is just them. Like I said earlier, they're trying to audition. They're trying to be royal again because they went to Hollywood and they realized that Hollywood was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if you look at it, look at all the praise that they got from the Nigerians simply for showing up. That is what Meghan and Harry are all about. Oh, we're going to show up and you're going to give us everything. We're not actually going to work. So that's why they failed in Hollywood, because Hollywood isn't like that. In Hollywood, you have to work. And that's because when they did show up to Hollywood, remember, they got the Spotify deal like nothing. They got the Netflix deal like nothing. They were rolled out the red carpet for them. Hollywood did. And what happened? They didn't work because they're lazy. So that's why you're looking. And I think what do you think about this? I think that this is one of many future fake royal tours. I'm not even lying when I say that. I think this is going to happen again, and it's going to be only a matter of time before it does.
Baby, I hope that they do a couple more tours because this was the most entertaining pile of crap I've ever seen in my life. This was the video everyone was talking about in the chat about Meghan Markle being super rude. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me read this super chat, super sticker. Thank you, Teresa. Wow, that's super generous of you. She says, I feel one of the most horrible things MM did was when the teacher and two girls offering food, MM turned away, seeming to be looking for the camera while teacher was speaking, and pulls just Harry away to just stand with her and her fake smile, and Harry doesn't apologize. Here's the footage.
Is that
of
what
that.
happened? Is that what happened?
Yeah, here, I'll play
I
the
think
footage.
I saw that video, right? They were talking to two people and then she got bored or something. Yeah, that one.
Here we go. She don't care.
That is so bad. And
So
look at the lady's face too. The lady's face is like, oh damn, she literally just turned away from us.
yeah,
She was talking to her.
yeah. Look right here. She's pissed. I would be pissed too. I would be completely like, I bet you if you swapped out those two girls for two boys handing her gifts, she would have been all over them.
Gross.
Right? Because that's how
Gross.
she always is. It's the fact that it's two, and those girls are beautiful. This is what Meghan Markle can't handle. She can't handle being around women that are beautiful.
Yeah, better looking than her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the funny things I read in the comments on the last live. Someone had said, "Oh, about me." They said, "Oh, this guy just wants to have sex with Meghan Markle." I was like, "Really? She's one of the most unattractive women I've ever seen." Like,
yeah.
if it wasn't for all of the Photoshop, I mean, she's kind of ugly. And no offense to her, kind of, but
She's your basic brown-haired girl. She's your basic brunette. She's your average looking girl. Like, no one would look twice at her.
Honestly.
You wouldn't be cranking your neck back and trying to get a second look at her.
And that's why, to me, her acting career, it shows that.
Yeah.
You know, it shows that what she had, you know, it's sad, but hey, that's what you get.
Yeah. Can we talk about
and this is look at that right there, right? They're dancing for them.
Yeah.
That's royal. That's looking royal.
She's laughing at their dancing too. Watch.
Oh my god.
But you know what? This isn't the first time she's done something like that.
I saw that one.
Because remember
Wasn't that in Tonga?
Yeah, I have that queued up right here too. This was when they were in Tonga and Meghan Markle was laughing at the boys' choir who were singing an anti-mosquito song. Because remember, it was, what was that? The Zika virus, and Meghan was claiming to be pregnant, but she wanted to go visit there, even though it wasn't good for women with unborn children. Remember, that was the advisory?
Of course.
But here, watch as she laughs at their performance. Oh, where's the sound? So rude. I mean, that is like, really? Harry should know better.
It's not supposed to be comedic.
So rude. So
like, it looks like she's basically saying they look so stupid that I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, that is basically what she's saying. And the thing is that she doesn't know the history that song was made because Tonga, that area of the island, was ravaged by the Zika virus in 2016.
Yeah.
So that was like their song to ward off the mosquitoes, to get them to go away. And here she is like laughing at them like, hey, like you can't even keep your giggles inside, you 46-year-old wench. Like, what the hell?
You know, it's a shame. It's a shame, really. And the one thing that I think is truly infuriating about something like that is like probably the people in the comments, the sugars in the comments, they would say, well, she's not laughing. It's supposed to be a comedic performance or some kind of bullshit that they would say something like that. And it's not. It's supposed to be inexcusable. That's what it's supposed to be. But you have people that will still be in defense of her, and it's that's why I'm over it. I'm over even talking to those people. I don't even bother responding, or I don't bother in the comments. I don't even bother.
Oh, I don't. Sometimes, you know what? Hold on. Let me read this super chat real quick. Linda says, I call this Meghan's Show Me Some Skin Tour. Have at it, South Park. You know, she's right. I can't wait. Well, they were marketing this tour as Meghan's more laid back royal tour, right? This was her embracing, revealing styles. It's not the place to be embracing.
It's not supposed to be a royal tour in the first place. Damn,
well, they're not
it's so stupid.
I was saying that when sugars and stuff come into my chat, Andrew, or even online, sometimes I like to just post things to piss them off because it brings up my engagement. They come in there. I know they're going to get triggered. I know they're going to come in my comments, call me every single racist name under the sun, call me a bully. But the comments right there prove who's the bully. I mean, it's great.
Right in front of everyone. It is. It's right in front of everybody. It's so sickening.
Yeah. What do you think of this? I want to play this for you. Okay. Because this was just Meghan Markle was asked what she did when she found out about being Nigerian and how she felt about it. And watch this nonsense.
When I'd done the genealogy and found out about my heritage, the first thing I did obviously was call my mom.
That's a lie.
Well,
she has to drag her mom into this.
Well, go back to the lineage thing of her mother. Yeah. Wouldn't her mother have been able to say, yes, Meghan, we are Nigerian?
Yep. And the funny part is that during this speech that she's giving, she's like, most Africans don't know about their heritage or where they come from. It's like, idiot. Yes, they do.
Look, watch before you play the whole thing.
Okay.
She's podcasting again.
Okay.
Watch.
When I had done the genealogy and found out about my heritage, the first thing I did obviously was call my mom because I wanted to know if she had any awareness of it. And I think being African American, part of it is really not knowing so much about your lineage, your background, where you come from specifically. And it was exciting for both of us to discover more and understand what that really means.
Listen, she's podcasting.
Never in a million years will I understand it as much as I do now. Inherent. Being here. And what's been echoed so much really in the past day by men and women alike is, oh, we weren't surprised when we found out when you were Nigerian. Oh, no. And I say that mostly as a compliment to all of you because what they define as a Nigerian woman is brave, resilient, courageous, powerful.
All the things that Meghan Markle is not. She's not brave. She's not courageous. She's not powerful. She married a mentally ill prince that nobody wanted, but she knew she could manipulate him because he's an idiot. But let's be honest, that doesn't mean that you are a leader. Like I see her sitting on this panel that the delinquent Archewell has funded. How did they fund this panel if they're not paying this $100 bill that they have?
They did that again?
Yeah, what we were just talking about, Archewell's delinquent. And this is
no, they funded that panel. They funded another panel?
Yeah.
The same thing as South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, this is the only way Meghan can get up on stage and listen to her own bullshit being spouted.
Do you have the video of her requesting the microphone?
Yes, I do. I'll pull it up.
Oh my God.
Yes. Of course I do. I found that gem.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh.
You know the gems I find. Here, let me find it. There we go. Ready?
Yeah.
She is just so rude to this woman. And you know what? This should just prove how rude she is to people.
And hold on, but before you play it, remember that what she said right there it was portrayed in the media as her giving a speech. But then when you go and watch this video, she asked for the microphone. She wasn't supposed to speak.
No, she wasn't. Here we go.
Awesome.
You see that? I want to say one more thing. I want to say one more. Like, she's got her eyes zoned in on the microphone.
That is so.
I roll.
I'm very, very grateful. I'm very humbled. And today's Mother's Day. So it feels appropriate, though of course we are missing our children. I'm missing my babies. It feels very appropriate to be in the motherland and amongst family.
I am already.
Thank you so much for the kindness and for these beautiful names. I'm very grateful and we can't wait to come back. Thank you so much.
See, and that's the thing is we know that she watches all the social media, right? So the narrative of this woman, we even saw her do that at the Kevin Costner thing where she requested the microphone. And Harry even said, "Oh yeah, let her talk." And the guy was like, "No, I'm not gonna give her the damn microphone." and she does it again in front of everyone. That's how you know that this woman knows, and she doesn't care. She doesn't give a shit. Who does that? Who says, number one? Who says, "Oh, can I talk again?" No, you already spoke. You're not supposed to speak again. You have to let other people speak. But then in People magazine, it says, "Oh, she gave a speech," and they use that segment right there for her giving. It's a lie. It's a lie all the way around. It's hilarious.
It's just too funny. All of this is
I have a headache now.
You have a headache now? Then maybe we should work. We were at an hour. We should call it a day.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let me see. You guys got any questions in the chat before we end this live? We've been here for an hour now, and Andrew needs a break. I need a little break. Maybe a couple bong rips like Doria.
Too early to drink. Shit.
Too early. It's never too early to drink. It's 5 o'clock somewhere all the time.
Damn right.
Maureen says she constantly embarrasses herself, right? Rachel says we have to laugh or we go crazy. And to be honest, it's entertaining to see how much of a train wreck these two are. Too much.
Let me ask you this question. When she does that, let's end it off here. When she does that, does she know that she's doing that? Like when she asked for the microphone, does she know that she's doing that? Does she know that she's not supposed to be speaking anymore? Do you think?
Of course, but in her world, it's all about, she always has to get the last word. She always has to be the last one who gets the last word in so that people remember her. It's a tactic that people use when public speaking, because if you're the last one to speak, then people will remember more of what you said than what other people have said. So it's all about getting attention on herself, and she wants to always be the one that talks. I mean, come on, who knew that you could marry a mentally ill prince and turn into freaking Mother Teresa and travel the world and preach to people how they should be living their lives while you're doing absolutely nothing?
Exactly. And that's why it seems like even more of a plan, the whole thing.
Right. I think Partly Cloudy said it best. Once a slut, always a slut. I think we should leave it there.
Leave it there. Oh, yeah.
You guys, we got to say thank you so much for tuning in and joining us today. Thank you, Andrew. I think we should do this more often, you and I, hosting these lives. If you guys like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you go follow Andrew on POV. I've got all of his links down below in the description box. You can just click and subscribe to his channel, subscribe to his Substack, follow all of us. I mean, come on. How can you not follow me and Andrew? We're quite hilarious together, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Good team. Good team.
Anyways, friends, thank you so much for being here. Any last words, Andrew, before we go?
I'm good. That slut line let it for me.
Yeah, that left it for me. Take care, guys. We will see you next time. So long. Bye.